intricate intellect, and standing impartially before oneself, one encounters the true and permanent essence within. This realization fosters a profound understanding that, dwelling in the infinitesimal depth of stability, becomes a mere feeling, an essence that annihilates the temporary body, the vast material universe, and every element, quality, and attribute therein, forever, while still alive. It is only due to one's own biases that the transient, boundless, vast material cosmos appears to be in existence. There is a difference between awareness and perception as vast as the earth and sky. Awareness is felt from a still, profound, pure, direct, and heartfelt depth, while perception arises indirectly through the transient, intricate intellect. This perception breeds ideals, imaginations, hidden realms, divine mysteries, illusions, traps of deceptions, false pretenses, and fraud. Mean to silence the transient intellect? Answer. To silence the transient intellect means to still the ever-changing, restless thoughts that are bound to temporary concerns and fleeting desires. By calming this transient intellect, we step away from superficial thinking and connect with a deeper understanding, free from temporary judgments and biases. Question 2. What is meant by standing impartially before oneself? Answer. Standing impartially before oneself implies observing oneself without judgment, bias, or ego. It means being a witness to one's thoughts, feelings, and actions, assessing them objectively without attachment. This allows us to confront our true essence without interference from the transient mind. Question 3. How does one encounter the true and permanent essence? Answer. Encountering the true and permanent essence requires moving beyond the layers of the temporary, superficial self. This essence is unchanging and timeless, unblemished by external factors. Through deep self-reflection and detachment from impermanent identities, we come into contact with this stable reality within us. Question 4. What kind of understanding is developed through this process? Answer. The understanding developed is one of deep awareness, insight, and clarity, a realization that is beyond words and concepts. It is an inner knowing, rooted in the eternal, that perceives reality directly rather than through the filters of bias, ego, or transient intellect. Question 5. What is the feeling or essence that arises from this awareness? Answer. The essence that arises is a state of profound tranquility and clarity, which is deeply felt rather than rationalized. It is a timeless sense of presence, a grounding in the eternal reality that remains unaffected by the transient world. This feeling transcends all temporary sensations and connects one with an infinite depth of stability. Question 6. How does this awareness impact the perception of the body and the material universe? Answer. This awareness reveals the body and the material universe as temporary constructs, no longer seen as definitive realities, but as passing phenomena. The identification with the body diminishes, and the universe is understood as a vast, transient expression of temporary qualities and elements, all subject to change and dissolution. Question 7. Why is it said that the vast cosmos only appears to exist because of one's own biases? Answer. This statement suggests that the perception of the material universe as solid and unchanging arises from our attachment to the transient intellect. When we view reality through biases and conditioned perspectives, the world appears as a fixed and separate existence. In the absence of these biases, the cosmos is understood as impermanent and interconnected, ceasing to appear as an isolated, permanent reality. Question 8. What is the difference between awareness and perception, likened to the earth and sky? Answer. Awareness is direct, grounded, and stable, much like the earth. It is a still, profound recognition of truth. Perception, on the other hand, is like the vast, ever-changing sky, filled with illusions and shifting interpretations shaped by the transient intellect. Awareness reveals the unchanging core of reality, whereas perception is limited by subjective thoughts and emotions. Question 9. How does awareness arise from the depth of the heart, while perception emerges from the intellect? Answer. Awareness arises from the heart, symbolizing a pure and direct connection to the essence of being. It is an unmediated experience of reality, rooted in inner stillness. Perception, however, is filtered through the intellect, which distorts reality with personal biases, judgments, and ideas. While awareness is holistic and complete, perception is fragmented and indirect. Question 10. How does perception lead to illusions, deception, and pretenses? Answer. Perception, rooted in the transient intellect, often creates ideals, hidden agendas, and imagined realities that do not align with the true nature of existence. This intellect-driven perception fosters attachment to superficial constructs, leading to illusions, deceptive appearances, and pretenses, where we mistake appearances for the essence and live in a world of concepts rather than truth. Why does the intellect seek to control or interpret reality through its own biases? Answer. The intellect, by its nature, is conditioned to analyze and categorize, often through the lens of past experiences and learned biases. This creates a framework in which the intellect tries to control or define reality according to its limited understanding, leading it to cling to temporary constructs rather than seeing the unchanging essence. This process, though useful for practical purposes, ultimately limits true understanding. 12. How does one go beyond intellect to experience pure awareness? Answer. To transcend the intellect, one must quiet the constant flow of thoughts and step into a state of pure observation. This involves detachment from one's thoughts and feelings, allowing a shift from thinking to simply being. In this state, awareness arises naturally, free from interpretation, where reality is experienced directly rather than through the filters of the intellect. Question 13. What is the significance of the heart as the source of true awareness? Answer. The heart symbolizes the center of direct experience and inner truth, a place where knowledge is felt rather than thought. Unlike the intellect, which is prone to overanalysis, the heart knows through presence and resonance with reality. Awareness from the heart transcends logic and touches the core of existence, revealing a purity and depth unattainable through intellectual processes alone. Question 14. Why is temporary awareness of the intellect considered indirect or limited? Answer. Intellectual awareness is indirect because it relies on concepts, memories, and interpretations that distort the original experience. The intellect fragments reality into parts, which limits the perception of wholeness. This limited awareness grasps only a shadow of truth, missing the depth and stability found in the direct, holistic awareness of the heart. Question 15. How does this difference between awareness and perception impact one's experience of life? Answer. When one operates from perception, intellect, life feels fragmented, uncertain, and filled with transient pursuits. Operating from awareness, however, brings a profound sense of unity and stability, seeing beyond superficial changes to the deeper essence of existence. This shifts life from a series of fleeting pursuits to an experience of continuous presence and fulfillment. Question 16. What role do concepts like ideals and imaginations play in creating illusions? Answer. Ideals and imaginations, constructed by the intellect, create a layer of expectations and projections onto reality. These concepts often cloud our vision, leading us to pursue illusions rather than truth. They trap us in a cycle of aspiration and dissatisfaction as we chase ideals that are mere reflections of our conditioned mind rather than the reality of our true essence. Question 17. How do illusions foster hidden realms or divine mysteries that seem mystical or unattainable? Answer. Illusions create a sense of separation between oneself and reality, giving rise to mystical or idealized concepts that feel distant or mysterious. This division fuels the idea of hidden realms or divine mysteries as something outside of oneself, when in truth, these are accessible within through direct awareness. By breaking free of illusions, one realizes that all such mysteries are merely facets of the unchanging truth within. Question 18. What does the intellect's tendency to create illusions and deception reveal about its limitations? Answer. The intellect's tendency to create illusions and deception underscores its limited capacity to grasp the wholeness of reality. Since the intellect relies on dualities and categorization, it cannot fully comprehend the seamless, non-dual nature of truth. This limitation leads it to construct facades and misunderstandings, mistaking partial truths for the whole and obscuring the pure awareness that lies beyond. Question 19. How does living in direct awareness dissolve deception, pretense, and fraud? Answer. Direct awareness reveals reality as it is, dispelling any need for deception, pretense, or false appearances. By being rooted in truth, there is no room for the ego-driven constructs of the intellect that often manipulate or distort reality. In this state of clarity, one's actions and perceptions align with pure intention, free from the masks and distortions of the transient mind. Question 20. What does this state of awareness bring to one's understanding of eternity and impermanence? Answer. This state of awareness brings a clear distinction between the eternal and the impermanent. In this deep awareness, one realizes that the essence within, the unchanging reality, is eternal, while all else is a fleeting expression of impermanence. This understanding fosters a sense of inner peace as one aligns with what is real and lasting, transcending the fears and attachments bound to impermanent experiences. The transient mind, and within that stillness, meet the unchanging self. Real strength comes not from adding layers of thought, but from peeling them away, revealing the eternal awareness beneath. 2. To see yourself impartially is the doorway to profound self-knowledge. True understanding arises only when you let go of judgments and meet yourself with honesty. 3. Your essence is stable, untouched by fleeting thoughts and emotions. When you find your core, you find a presence that neither time nor trials can shake. 4. Understanding reality means seeing beyond illusions, where true wisdom begins. Reality is the ground beneath the shifting sands of perception. Seek it, and clarity follows. 5. Awareness isn't a thought, it's a feeling, deep, steady, and eternal. Real awareness is not in the mind, but in the heart, felt as a calm presence rather than understood as an idea. 6. Know the body and the material world for what they are, fleeting forms of a deeper truth. True awareness sees past the temporary and embraces the eternal essence behind every appearance. 7. The world appears permanent only to the biased mind. Remove bias and see its transient nature. Bias blinds us to the flow of life. Remove it, and you realize the freedom in every passing moment. 8. Awareness is the earth beneath your feet. Perception is the shifting sky above. Anchor in awareness, and you'll find stability no matter how turbulent the winds of perception may be. 9. The heart sees clearly what the intellect only complicates. In simplicity lies wisdom. Let the heart be your guide beyond the mind's endless analysis. 10. True awareness dissolves all illusions, leaving only the purity of existence. When the illusions fade, you're left with reality, pure, untouched, and profoundly freeing. 11. The intellect may build ideals, but awareness reveals truth. Ideals may inspire, but reality is the ultimate guide to wisdom and purpose. 12. Let go of imagined realms. All mysteries are found within. The journey inward is the path to all secrets. Only by exploring the self do we find all. 13. To witness the transient intellect's limitations is to glimpse the infinite within. True vision comes not from adding knowledge, but from seeing beyond the mind's limitations. 14. In true awareness, deception, pretense, and falsehood dissolve. Pure awareness has no room for masks. It brings the courage to live authentically. 15. Rooted in awareness, you find peace in eternity, untouched by impermanence. The essence within you is timeless. Anchor there and let the passing world flow around you. Quiet the mind's turbulence and discover the clarity that has always been within. In the silence beyond thought, the reality of your being becomes self-evident. 2. Look upon yourself without bias and meet the truth that needs no explanation. Self-discovery begins where judgments end and pure observation begins. 3. Awareness of the unchanging self brings a calm that no storm can disturb. Anchor in this timeless core, and life's challenges lose their power to sway you. 4. True wisdom is not gained by adding more, but by realizing what is already present. In the depths of understanding, you find that all you seek is within, waiting to be noticed. 5. Reality does not lie in thoughts. It is in the stillness from which thoughts arise. Awareness transcends words and thoughts, revealing the silent truth at the heart of existence. 6. The material world is a passing scene. The real stage is within you, untouched by time. By witnessing life as transient, you connect with the timeless awareness within. 7. Perceive without bias, and the illusion of permanence vanishes. Bias obscures the flow of reality. In its absence, everything is seen in its pure, passing beauty. 8. Awareness is the ground of your being, unwavering and whole. Perceptions may shift like the sky, but awareness remains like the earth beneath your feet. 9. True clarity arises from the heart, not the mind. Let your heart guide you past the intellect's complexities to the simplicity of true understanding. 10. In the pure light of awareness, all illusions melt away. Deception cannot stand in the face of true clarity. Authenticity is born in this light. 11. Ideals are but reflections. True fulfillment lies in reality itself. The pursuit of ideals is endless, but resting in reality brings genuine peace and contentment. 12. Mystery is not outside. It lives within the depths of your own awareness. Exploring within reveals all that is hidden. All answers await in the quiet depths of self. When you see the intellect's limits, the infinite within becomes clear. Awareness beyond intellect touches infinity, while the mind remains bounded by its own views. 14. Authenticity blossoms where illusion ends. Awareness strips away the masks, allowing the true self to emerge unclouded and free. 15. The eternal waits within. Look there and find what the world cannot offer. Peace rooted in reality outlasts all temporary pleasures. It is the foundation of true contentment. 16. Unveil the heart's wisdom, and the world's illusions will dissolve. True knowledge lies beyond intellect. It is felt as the quiet knowing in the heart. 17. Awareness is the stillness in the flow, the stable center amidst life's changes. In awareness, you find a peace that withstands every change, a center unshaken by life. 18. Let the mind's complexities fall away and stand in the simplicity of truth. Truth is not intricate. It is pure and unadorned, accessible only when the mind's noise quiets. 19. Awareness transforms understanding from thought to being. Real understanding is not conceptual. It is a direct experience felt in the presence of awareness. In knowing the unchanging, you free yourself from the fear of loss. Awareness of your eternal essence reveals a freedom beyond life's transient gains and losses. In silence lies the stable truth, beyond the mind's unrest. The self is seen, beyond all thought, where lasting peace is blessed. 2. Look upon yourself with eyes that hold no bias clear, for only then the truth reveals when judgment isn't near. 3. True essence lies beyond the veil, where fleeting thoughts have ceased, a stable ground beyond the storm, where inner peace increased. 4. Awareness grows as mind recedes and all illusions fade. When stillness speaks, the self is found, in truth's own light displayed. 5. Reality rests deep within, where feelings soft reside, beyond the grasp of fleeting thoughts, in depth that does not hide. 6. All forms and things may come and go, their essence passing through, but deep within a steady core awaits in silent view. Without the bias of the mind, the transient world grows dim, and what remains, a timeless truth that overflows the brim. Awareness is the earth below, perception like the sky. One stays unmoved while one may drift as life's illusions fly. 9. The heart reveals what mind obscures in wisdom soft and true, where purity and light reside beyond the intellect's view. 10. When clarity dissolves the veils, all falsehood fades away. The self stands bare, unmasked by thought in life's unclouded day. 11. Ideals shimmer in the mind, reflections of the soul, but real truth lies in what's here now, beyond the mind's control. 12. Mystery's realm is found within, not in the world outside. Seek there the truth that's hidden deep, and let your spirit guide. 13. In seeing where the mind falls short, the boundless self appears. Awareness sheds all limits then, releasing doubts and fears. Authenticity blooms in truth when all illusions die, and there you stand, unshaken, firm, with clear and steady eye. The self within is endless calm, where time cannot intrude, a peace that holds through storm and strain, in depth and quietude. The heart's wisdom unveils the light that clears the worldly mist. In stillness, we become aware of life's eternal tryst. 17. Awareness is the center still, where changes come and go. The world may spin, but truth remains, like water's timeless flow. 18. Let go the mind's complexity. Embrace simplicity, for there lies peace beyond the noise in pure serenity. 19. Awareness transcends thought and form, a knowing deeply felt, beyond the grasp of fleeting mind, where boundless truths are dwelt. 20. In knowing what will never fade, you're free from fear's embrace. Awareness of the timeless self brings strength and boundless grace. Depths, the truth awaits, where noisy thoughts dissolve. The self beyond all fleeting forms, where pure insights evolve. 2. To see oneself in perfect light, unclouded by the mind, is to unearth a timeless truth that's hidden and refined. 3. Beyond the sway of changing moods, a stable essence lies, the self that watches, calm and clear, as transient storms arise. Awareness dawns as thoughts recede, illusions fade away, and in the light of inner truth, confusion finds decay. Not in the mind's complexity, but in the heart's own glow, lies wisdom pure beyond all thought, in depths we seldom know. 6. Though forms may fade and thoughts disperse, one presence will remain, a steady core of lasting peace, untouched by joy or pain. 7. With biases removed from sight, the transient world reveals that life itself is passing by, while timeless self conceals. Awareness is the ground we stand, perception is the wave. The shore may shift, but truth endures as life we calmly brave. The heart discerns where mind may fail, in silence wisdom grows, where gentle whispers of the soul unveil what spirit knows. 10. When masks of thought are torn away, deception fades to dust, and what remains is clear and pure, a life of quiet trust. 11. Ideals are but shadows cast, reflections of the real. True freedom comes in what's embraced, beyond what thoughts reveal. The mysteries we seek outside lie hidden in the heart, and in its quiet, steady beat, our real journey may start. To see the intellect's own bounds is to unleash the soul, awareness free, untouched by thought, the self beyond control. 14. Illusions fall as truth unveils. The self stands free and bare, and with each veil that fades away, we breathe the open air. A peace awaits within the self, beyond all space and time, a resting place that's ever still, in steady, silent rhyme. The heart's own vision lights the path, where worldly doubts disperse. In stillness clear, the self is seen, in life's eternal verse. 17. Awareness is the quiet core, untouched by shifting change. While forms may pass, the self remains both boundless and unchained. Release the mind's complexity and hold the simple truth, for clarity lies not in thought, but innocence and youth. Awareness blooms beyond the mind, a knowing calm and deep. Beyond all words, it holds a truth, in stillness strong and steep. 20. In knowing that which will not fade, the fears of loss depart. Awareness of the self within brings calmness to the heart. These silent depths the soul reveals, a truth beyond the noise, a quiet calm that fills the heart, untouched by fleeting joys. 2. The gaze that sees beyond the mind knows truth without disguise, for there within the heart of self, the steady wisdom lies. 3. Through changing thoughts and shifting tides, the self remains the same, an anchor in a restless sea, a bright and stable flame. 4. When mind's illusions fade away and clarity is won, the essence shines beyond the thought, like light beyond the sun. 5. True wisdom is the light within, unseen by wandering eyes, a quiet strength that waits in peace, untouched by passing lies. 6. The forms may rise and fall away, like waves upon the shore, yet deep within, a truth abides, unchanged forevermore. 7. To see without the mind's own veil reveals a fleeting show, and all that's real lies just beyond what senses think they know. 8. Awareness is the root of self, where shifting shadows end, a ground of peace that stays unmoved as all else twists and bends. In heart's own space, the wisdom flows like streams from hidden springs, the soul's own voice, the truth unfolds with gentle murmurings. 10. When thought's illusions fade to dust and all pretenses cease, the self is found in boundless light, in clarity and peace. 11. Beyond ideals and fleeting dreams, the heart's pure truth is shown, for only in the light of self, the real is ever known. To search outside is but a veil. The answer waits within. The heart holds all the mysteries, where journeys should begin. When intellect has met its bounds, the soul itself appears, awareness vast and unrestrained, beyond all doubts and fears. 14. The self reveals its gentle truth when all illusions die, and in that pure, unshaken light, there's peace no gold can buy. A resting place within the self, where timeless calm is found, beyond the reach of worldly cares, where silent depths abound. In heart's pure light, the truth is clear, beyond what eyes perceive. And there, in stillness, pure and deep, we find what we believe. 17. Awareness is the quiet soul, untouched by wind or rain. The world may move, but truth remains, unshaken by life's strain. 18. Let go of all complexity and hold to what is true, for wisdom waits in simple peace beyond the mind's own view. 19. In depths beyond the grasp of thought, awareness finds its way to show the self, a timeless truth, untouched by night or day. To know the self beyond all change is freedom from all fear. Awareness brings a peace so vast, the restless cannot hear. This concept suggests that clarity and self-understanding arise not from adding more thoughts, but from calming the mental turbulence. The mind, with its constant stream of thoughts, often obscures the stable truth within. To illustrate, imagine a lake. When the water is stirred, it distorts and hides everything below, but when it is still, the depth and clarity reveal themselves. Similarly, by quieting the mind, we access the unchanging essence beneath, our true self. Know yourself without bias, and see what is already clear and constant. The self is often clouded by biases, which color our perception and create barriers to authentic self-awareness. Biases are like tinted glasses. They can block the true light of our being, creating shadows and illusions. Through impartial self-observation, we come to see what was always clear and stable, the reality that our biases once concealed. This approach echoes scientific principles, where objectivity is essential to discern what truly is, rather than what we project or assume. Awareness of the unchanging is like an anchor amidst the shifting tides of life. In a world where external circumstances constantly change, an awareness of the unchanging self is grounding. Life's challenges are like waves, unpredictable and unsteady. However, just as an anchor keeps a ship steady in a storm, self-awareness keeps us centered and unaffected by external shifts. This unchanging self-awareness acts as a refuge, offering stability even as life ebbs and flows around us. Beyond the intellect lies a pure, silent wisdom. The intellect is valuable but limited. It is analytical, but certain truths transcend analysis. True wisdom is more profound than intellect alone. It is felt, experienced, and deeply intuitive. To give an example, imagine a skilled musician who can play from sheet music, yet also plays from feeling and understanding, transcending the technical aspects of music to reach its heart. Similarly, true self-understanding arises beyond the intellect, emerging from the silent, intuitive core of our being. The eternal self is a quiet presence, not bound by the mind's perceptions. Our mind interprets reality, creating a web of beliefs and perceptions. Yet, the self, in its purest form, exists beyond this web. For instance, the sky remains unchanged by the clouds that pass across it. They are momentary, while the sky is constant. Likewise, the eternal self remains unaffected by the transient thoughts, emotions, and perceptions of the mind. The material world is transient, while the inner self is timeless. All physical forms, relationships, and experiences in the world are temporary. Recognizing this, we come to value what is timeless within, the self that observes these changing forms without being altered by them. For example, a flower blooms and fades, but its essence as part of nature's cycle remains. Similarly, the true self observes the play of life's transient forms, but is itself unchanging. To witness without attachment is to see reality as it is. Attachment distorts perception, as it creates desire, fear, and clinging to what is temporary. When we witness without attachment, we see things clearly, understanding their true nature. For instance, a scientist studying nature objectively learns its true workings, free from emotional influence. Similarly, the practice of detached awareness allows us to perceive life's reality without distortion. The heart knows what the mind cannot perceive. The heart is often a metaphor for deep intuition and feeling, as opposed to the intellect. There are experiences and truths that resonate with us at a level beyond reason. A mother's love, for instance, defies logical explanation, but is deeply understood by the heart. In self-awareness, too, there are truths known intuitively, truths that the mind might never fully comprehend. True understanding comes from simplicity, not complexity. Our society often equates complexity with depth, yet true wisdom is often simple and elegant. Just as scientific theories aim for simplicity to describe universal truths, Spiritual understanding simplifies the noise of the mind to reveal clarity. This simplicity points us back to the self, which is clear, pure, and free from unnecessary complexity. Freedom from illusion brings a peace beyond words. When we break free from illusions, we experience a profound peace that no intellectual knowledge can provide. Illusions create restlessness and craving, while truth brings contentment. Imagine letting go of a heavy burden after carrying it for years. The resulting freedom is light and joyful. Similarly, releasing illusions about the self brings a peace that is deep, calm, and unwavering. The self is not an idea, but a direct experience. Self-realization is beyond conceptual knowledge. It is a lived experience. No description or theory can capture it fully. It is like tasting sweetness. You can describe it, but only in the act of tasting do you truly know it. The self, too, is directly known through awareness, not as a concept, but as an experience of one's own essence. Knowing the self dispels fear, for the timeless has nothing to lose. Fear often stems from attachment to what is temporary, such as status, relationships, and possessions. By realizing the timeless self, we understand that our true nature cannot be harmed or lost. This knowledge removes fear, just as understanding the nature of a shadow dispels fear of it. The self, being eternal, has no fear because it exists beyond gain and loss. In summary, Yatharth Shamikaran reflects a path to understanding the timeless self beyond illusions, biases, and intellect. Through stillness, objectivity, and intuitive wisdom, we realize the stability and depth of our true nature, finding peace and clarity amidst the transient nature of the world. This approach calls us to move